Hey guys, this is Nick from Coral, and this is Feature Friday. Today we're going to go over how to frag torches and other euphyllias, and we hope you guys enjoy it. Today what we're going to do is frag these two torch colonies, the dragon soul up top and the 21 tails underneath it. And we're going to go through how to frag euphyllia safely, when it is okay to do it, and what to look for to make sure that you're fragging a healthy piece. So over here we'll show you the fragging station before we get started. We've got our wet bandsaw, our Griffin. We've got a blue clamp light to help us see what we're doing. We've got this little styro with the water basin so that we can put some of the cuts before we glue them, or to shake off any excess dust that gets on while we're fragging. And then we've got the frag plugs prepared with a lot of glue so that it can hold the thick euphyllia skeletons. Grab it by the base, shake it to get the tentacles to retract, and you can see down here's the skeleton. There's a slight change here where it starts to get some flesh. So what we're looking for when we're fragging it is where the flesh is totally separated. I've fragged it before where there's a little bit of flesh like this, and it's been okay, but it is a little bit riskier, it takes longer to heal. So we're looking, let's see, looks like most of this one's got 2 heads. So the best places to frag are going to be down here where it's skeleton. That's not going to cause really any stress to the coral at all. I might do a couple split in between where it's just a little bit of flesh hanging on between them, just because all of these are 2-head frags right now. So we'll take it to the saw and see what comes out. Position it. I'm gonna make my first cut right here. Turn the saw on. It's gonna get loud for a minute. There we go, and I just place it in there so that I can frag everything, and then I'll just glue everything at once. So now we will look for the second place that we want to frag. We want to save about 5 heads of this. I've found that 5 is a good number to save on the torches. For me, torches usually double every 3 to 4 months. Each head splits, and so having 5 be my smallest I ever have my colonies go allows me to have 5 or 6 new heads every 3 to 4 months that I can sell. Still have a good chunk left, and share some frags every few months. So looks like I'm going to probably frag these 2 sections next, and then we'll just save these 2 to keep growing out. So I'll probably frag there, just get those 2, and then I'll separate them out. Alright, let's shake this off to get some of the dust off, and then place this guy back in the tank. One thing to note with euphyllia is the skeletons are pretty porous. You can see there's a lot of little holes, little air pockets in here as they build their skeleton. And this is the way with a lot of different LPS. So a lot of things like zoas and things like that, I'll just break the rock with my bone cutters. I'll use a razor to cut through the flesh and then use my bone cutters. But with euphyllia and other LPS like it, the skeleton is just too porous. So if you try to break it with your bone cutter, it just kind of falls apart and breaks into a bunch of pieces, makes it really hard to heal, breaks the skeleton apart, and it's just not a good idea. So I don't recommend trying this without a bandsaw. So this one we are going to go right through the center right here, right in between those 2 heads. Didn't break into the head at all, just got that little connective tissue, so that should heal over pretty fast, be pretty low stress for both of those heads. Alright, this one, I'm going to frag it in half first, and this one, and then we'll see what makes sense to frag up after that. this looks like it's got probably three mouths on it because of the way that these are kind of poking out. That one's probably a mouth, and a mouth. Over here it looks like it might just have two, but anyway, this is too close. It's not worth trying to split that because it's probably just going to cause a mess, break into the heads, be really fleshy and messy, and ultimately lead to all of these frags melting away. So it's best to just wait a little longer for these to separate, or just leave the frag like this and sell it as a little bigger chunk. This one, however, is another one that still has a little bit more connective tissue, just like the first frag we made, so I'm going to cut through that one more time. And then right before I cut through that, I just kind of flattened off that edge so that they're easier to glue down. They do slime up a little bit. My gloves are a little bit slippery. You can see the slime floating around in there. But now I'm just going to place each one on the frag plugs, and then we'll put them back in the frag rack in the tank. A few of them I might cut again just so that they have a nice flat surface on the bottom on the frag plug. Hold it there for a second, and it stands on its own. We'll be okay out of the water for a couple minutes while we get them all situated. This one's pretty chunky, so we'll see if it sticks well. If not, we might just have to throw it right in the tank. Oh yeah, it worked. So we are done now, so I am just going to grab a couple at a time and put them back in the frag rack. Try to give them some space so when they open back up again, they're not going to sting anything. Alright, there's that one. Now we'll move on to the 21 tails. The main difference between the 21 tails and the Dragon Soul is that the 21 tails has blue tips, the Dragon Soul has green tips. Otherwise the body of them looks pretty similar. So I'm just going to shake it again a little bit, retract the tentacles as much as I can, and then we'll go check out what's going to be the easiest places to frag. Alright, so again we want to keep about 5 heads of this, and looks like, let's see, looks like the best frags will be on this side probably, so let's see, well, yeah, so I'll frag this section off, put it back in the tank, and then we'll work with that section. I'm going to cut some of the base off just so that this is a little more manageable. This is another good section to see how porous that skeleton is. It's really brittle. Let's see. It's got 2 main branches there, another branch there, and then we'll probably cut a couple of these as well so that we get some nice single head frags. This one's a good one. It's just going to stay as is. This one we're going to cut at least once, probably twice it looks like. There's a little bit of flesh right there. And then this one, we can cut this guy in half right there. And just wiggle them in the water to get the tentacles to separate so I'm not cutting through them. Alright, so there you go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frags of that. We'll glue them on just like we did with the dragon soul. This one's a little wobbly, so I'm going to dunk it in the water, form a skin on the glue, and make it cure a lot faster. If that doesn't work, we'll add a little bit more glue. Oh, there we go, that made it pretty solid. Not until I set it down. There we go. This guy, I'm going to flatten him down a little bit. Oops, I dumped that correctly. I can still use it if I just get that film off. There we go. Same thing here, flatten that off. Alright, last one. That one a bit smaller base. There we go. I'll carry them. Sometimes when I have a bunch of frags, I put them in between my fingers so I can carry more. There we go, all of them in one trip. It's like the groceries. Position them to make sure they're not mixing anything else. It's okay if they touch the dragon soul torch, but not the other chalices and stuff. Alrighty, there we go. We'll be open up tomorrow. Should all be pretty happy, and the ones that we cut through a little bit of that connective tissue will probably heal in a couple of days. Let us know if you have any questions. Send us a message or a comment, and we will be happy to answer them for you guys.